All right, hello YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today we are shooting our first podcast. Say hi, Dawn.
Hi.
We're a little bit nervous. It's our first time doing it here in the brand new Bao Bae studios. If you guys haven't noticed, by the way, I got a couple of cameras set up. We're waiting on a third one to come in. I got my cell phone here, my iPhone 14 Pro, set up for shooting her. I got another camera here, my Sony ZV-1, and then I got, of course, this camera, ZV-10, which I'm going to be using for the podcast itself. We got our one big light set up. And yeah, maybe we'll give you guys a quick office tour. Bingo. Alright, so we got my desk set up here. We're going to be shooting all of our audio on this guy. Bingo. Got a little TV set up over there. There's Erica. Alrighty, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bao and Bae Live. This is our first ever podcast. Your two hosts here. My name is Yancy Violi, and this is my beautiful wife, Erica Violi.
Hi, guys.
This is our first time doing a podcast, and we're very excited to get on the roll here. We're looking to do maybe about 2 a month, you know, both of us together, and then both of us individually doing special guests that we bring on.
Oh, my God.
Erica's going to be learning all this.
I did not know about that.
She's going to
Damn.
be, yeah, exactly. We're going to be learning about a lot about this, the whole like process behind it, and you know, just being on camera more often. You know, hopefully getting better at it, right?
Yes, that's the goal. That's the goal.
So this is also our brand new podcast studio. This is my office. I just got this sign in this week. Thank God. I'm super stoked about it. I think it looks great. I think you guys can agree with that. Erica's been a little bit iffy about, you know, my whole space, my studio, my office, really. What do you think about it?
I just think it's very tight, and then there are a lot of plants around it.
You don't like the plants?
No, it's fine, but just too much. I feel like it's just...
You know, we moved here from Oregon. We're always surrounded by plants, so I think that's funny you mentioned that.
But not with fake plants.
Oh, you know, those are my favorite. There's no upkeep. We don't have to do anything about them. They always look exactly the same. You know, I mean, aside from the plants, do you feel like it's cozy, it's nice enough for me?
Oh, yeah, besides that, yeah. Cozy.
The color
really
scheme
cozy.
is cool, too.
It's nice, I know. Love the decoration.
Okay.
Did a good job. Yeah. And it's your favorite color, green, right?
Yes, definitely. All the green. There's green everywhere, guys. That's definitely my favorite color if you haven't figured that out yet.
Is this how you imagine your office to be?
Yeah, I mean, almost to a T. I think I got to get the little steamer and hit the curtains a little bit. But maybe that might be just me being a little OCD about everything. You know what I mean?
Always. All the time. All the time.
Yeah. So anyways, getting back to Bao Bae. For anybody who's new, who hasn't checked it out before, you know, we have an online magazine that we're looking to be print at some point. Our merch is going to be coming out pretty soon. Obviously, we need more of you guys to follow and subscribe. So let's get that quick plug out the way. What do we got to say, babe?
Well...
Give us a like, subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Not just here on the YouTube, but also especially on our website, baoandbae.com. That's BAOANDBAE.com. Really the best way to support us is through that, but of course here on YouTube as well. With Bao Bae, honey.
Yes.
I know this was an idea I brought up to you back in Portland, in Oregon.
Yes.
What were your goals, or I guess aspirations, or, you know, wants with it after I pitched the idea to you?
So, okay, Bao Bae it came from Mandarin, right? It means baby.
Right.
So then originally I was thinking, oh, maybe we'll do something like talk about something cultural difference, since we came from very different backgrounds, and
right.
you know, how we grew up is very different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, food is very different, you know. Yeah, but for now, just to share our lives with everybody. Also, we both really love to eat, and then we'd take you guys to all the good and bad restaurants.
Wasn't that one of the biggest things that you talked about before, too? Is like, if we couldn't eat the same things, this would not work at all.
Right, I'm so surprised that they're actually 90%.
Yeah, what's the 10% then, huh?
Have you guys tried century egg before? 1,000 years.
Oh, she loves this thing.
1,000 years old egg. It's so good.
What color? So you guys know what a regular egg looks like? It's white. What color is this egg?
It's black. So
and is it really
black on the outside, and then like mushy, grayish, dark on the inside? It doesn't look the best, but it tastes so good.
Is it actually 1,000 years old, or did they just say that?
No, it's ferment.
It's fermented.
I'm not sure.
Okay. But it is older, right? It's
It
like,
is
like a regular egg only lasts so long,
Yeah, I think
right?
they have to went through a long process.
Okay.
And then it become that egg. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And they let it just kind of sit. It's almost like go to steakhouses and they like dry age steaks and stuff.
Yeah.
For like in a room, like out in the open for weeks at a time. I assume it's maybe the same process, right?
Yeah, but then you have to be in the enclosed
Gotcha.
box.
And it's also it's an egg from a chicken.
So I mean, it's really good.
Yeah.
And then what else? Chicken feet. You're okay with?
I was about to say the chicken feet thing. That's a tough one to get over at first. I mean, really, like, it's just like looking at them. Like when you see a chicken
Just
foot
don't
by
look
itself.
at it.
I know.
I mean, I grew up.
I've had it a
eating-
few times with you, especially at the hot pot places. The ones that have it, the ones that have the hot pot. I've tried it a couple of times. It's kind of mushy even when it is cooked, and it's like, yo.
That's all the collagen. It's so good for your face, for your skin.
I'll tell you what's good for your face, but maybe not
It's
on
so
camera.
Oh my god, look at
Yeah.
you. But so, what about you? What do you want out of this Bao Bae magazine?
I mean, I definitely had success with my previous online blog / magazine, Bar and Bow Tie, back in New York. And I really love the side hustle money opportunity out of that. As far as like free trips, free food, free experiences. And of course, I mean, all that, free stuff that came from what we're going to do with Bao Bae and what happened in the past to Bar and Bow Tie was, there's value add, of course, right? So we make great content. Mm-hmm. We do. We take awesome pictures. We have an awesome videographer now that's going to be working with us. Can't wait to share with you guys our Robbie's trip that we just went on. That's going to be coming very shortly. We have so much content to go through for that, and I really want to make it nice. It's going to be like our first partner deal with a brand down in Isla Morada in the Keys. I'm stoked for that.
It was so fun. So fun.
But yeah, just like a way for, like you said, to express ourselves and our lives. And really, like the tagline on our website, which we agreed on, was, your favorite Asian American couple.
Right, that's true.
Living
That's
right in the
why
USA,
we use
baby.
the name, yeah.
And I think that's like the easiest and best way to describe us. Like, I grew up here. You did not. I do have some Asian heritage in my background. You obviously do.
But you don't know nothing about it.
No,
You're like
of
zero.
course. We've talked about that too. Like
you don't even speak a little
I don't speak,
Tagalog.
no Tagalog at all. No Italian either. Shame on me, of course. But my dad, he's Italian American. You know what I mean? He's not like from Italy kind of guy.
But at least Tagalog,
Yeah, I mean, I grew up predominantly like around white people too, or just American people more so than especially the Asian side of my family, which I need to see more of. Which you already got to meet early on in our relationship,
very early,
which was very fun. That
and
was
they
a
were
good trip.
super nice too.
That was a great trip, right? Going to San Francisco.
Yes,
yeah,
it was so fun. We drove from Portland to San Francisco. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
He drove it the whole
9 hours, ladies and gentlemen. I really enjoyed it though because I drove my car, my Alpha, and while Erica was sleeping almost half the trip, I was. Oh,
you don't want me to drive?
No, I want you to relax and chill, But like, dude, driving my car, babe, was sick coming through. Like when you get down to the bottom of Oregon, it's just winding roads. Nobody on the road, coming down a mountain. I was literally at 110 miles an hour on an average. Yeah, rolling. But you still slept through most of it until we had almost an accident. You remember that?
Terrible.
Imagine there's two semis. It's 2 lanes on both sides. And we had 2 semis. And I saw these 2 trucks. They were literally right behind each other. The one behind was pulling up. So obviously he was going to try and go around.
And I just woke up.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
That was the best part about it too.
Oh.
So we were coming down a bend when it was going to come to the right. And as that truck was coming, I was like, okay, I got this. Let's boogie. And so I came in.
God.
This truck starts coming into the left lane. And I'm already speeding up, and I literally was maybe 2 inches from the side of the wall.
I was like, "Oh, this is it. This is my day. I'm done."
If I had hesitated, we would have maybe gotten into an accident. And if I didn't gun it and just go for it, we definitely would not be here. I don't think
it's crazy.
That was a nuts little way to. That was like 3/4 of the way through it.
Yeah, so don't drive that fast.
I mean,
slow down
safely. You know what I mean?
Slow down.
So I guess diving into our next segment, we could probably talk about our previous articles. So if you guys are new here, you haven't checked out our website or magazine yet, or even our social media accounts, which by the way you should. Check out all that stuff in the description below. One of our first articles that we put out, actually, Erica wrote. It was our little meet cute, how we met. I don't know why I have to go like this on my shoulder.
Well,
but
basically just how we met in Portland, Oregon, and how he asked me out. He thought it was a first date, but I definitely it's not a first date. Go back and read the article, and you guys will know what's going on.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great. That's all. See, you already know what to say. That's perfect. I love that. Go back and read it.
Go back and read it.
It's actually
and
a funny
you will
story.
know. Yeah, but what is your favorite article that you wrote?
I guess my favorite one I wrote to this point now, at least, has been the Savannah trip that we took. Savannah was awesome. Definitely one of my favorite places in the country, if not the favorite place of mine in the country.
I wish I can really explore that, but just we went over there.
We went on a rough time. I didn't know I booked the weekend for St. Patrick's Day.
You're right. It was so busy. I don't know. I don't think I can fully experience it. You know,
Right. And we also had some kind of bad experiences during the trip. Or like we went to this really nice Italian place and it was terrible. Again, it being super busy with the waterfront because of St. Patrick's Day.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it was a good time. I had a lot of fun. We both had a lot of fun. I think it was just interesting, and I think we both came to the realization that we would never move there full time.
Right.
You know,
he wanted to move over there.
Yeah, I thought maybe when we first moved to Florida, we would go over there. Realized that is not in the cards under any capacity.
Nope.
No offense to Savannah.
All.
Savannah was really cool.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool place to visit, and I'm actually glad that it is there. And actually, I do have one friend, Raymond. Actually, hopefully if you get to watch, you'll see it, man. His parents actually have a vacation house out there, and I think that's probably the best way to do it if we ever get to that point where we have, third or fourth house under our belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, go back to our website, to our magazine. Go check it out. It's a really awesome article. We've got some sick pictures of, both our entire time in Portland when we met, the trip that we took to Savannah. We have a plethora of other articles, talking about restaurants, business stuff.
Also, our 1 year anniversary article.
Our anniversary
that
article
one's my
great.
favorite. Go check it out too.
Yeah, just right in the description below, anywhere on our social media, just type in Bao Bae and we will come up. I can guarantee you that. So I think the next we could probably dive into is our origin stories, maybe like where we came from, how we got to where we are now. And I think the best way to start with that is talking about how my beautiful wife, Erica, is from Taiwan. If you guys couldn't tell it from my shirt here, that she actually got for me as a gift when she was doing, her thrifting that she loves to do. But how was it in Taiwan and moving to America,
So it is just very different and difficult at first, but I don't know, good and bad. At first, I thought, oh my god, America is this just great place to be. It's it's my dream, But I've been here 10 years now. The dream has dropped to 10-20% now.
No way. 10 years too? I forget sometimes you've been here for 10 years. Because I thought it was maybe 6 or 7. But you were in Seattle first.
I was in Seattle first, and then for about 5 years moved to Portland.
After the 5th year?
Yes.
Okay, so you came from Taiwan. You were, 17, 18 years
17,
old?
yeah, ish.
17, alone.
I think so.
Right? You moved here completely alone.
Right.
Did you speak English at the time?
Or just the basics,
Okay.
How are you? Fine, thank you.
Like me saying ni hao is that's
xie xie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's
ni hao
pretty much,
xie xie. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Was that hard or challenging to learn English, or you were obviously trying to let everybody else speak in English, right? So you found an Asian community pretty fast, I would imagine.
No, so before, so when I was in community college, I would try to separate myself with the Asians because the Chinese.
You would stick with the Asians?
I would separate.
You would not?
I would be separated with them because
Wow.
I want to force myself to speak English. I don't care you're from Japan, you're from Vietnam, you're from wherever, just not Chinese.
Right. Gotcha.
So I would, so probably within that 5 years, probably the first 3, I don't have any Asian friends. I mean Chinese friends because
Wow.
I don't want to. I just don't want to be in that little group and then get so hard to get out of it, and then and then what's my point of being here? I still can speak English well,
exactly. Yeah. Damn, that takes a lot of balls. You know what I mean? And just kind of you got to put yourself out there a little bit.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it. I have to do it.
That's what I love about you so much, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't want to blush right now.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah. I don't know.
So okay, so coming to America in Seattle first, you made a lot of non-Chinese friends at first,
Yeah.
right? And then what was the deciding factor to leave Seattle to get to Portland?
So, oh my God. So, I moved down with my ex for
Nice.
my ex.
For him, wow.
Yes, because I was also 5 years. I'm sick of Seattle. I
Okay.
want
You
somewhere
wanna move around.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then also Portland is really close. I
It
can
is.
always drive back to Seattle if anything happened.
Like
you know?
3 hours, right? Three
Yeah,
hours?
three, 4. Yeah,
Yeah, 3.5, I
with
think.
traffic 4.
Which I've driven, yeah.
Yeah, so not bad. So I was like, okay, let's try it. Oh, I'm a grown up now.
Right, right.
Perfect. I get to make my own decisions. So I moved down. We didn't work. Well, it didn't work out. So then,
You stayed, obviously.
yeah, because I met my best friend Momo. Yeah, because I remember we
Momo.
saw. Yeah,
Mama, we talk about you a lot. I hope you watch this.
Yeah, so we were in a PSU volleyball club together. That's how we met, and I think we're the only Asians in there too. So that's
Really?
why. And then I think we're freshmen as well. That's why we get along. And then we start talking, hanging out, and I found out that she also loves raving, which
Wow.
I used to love to go to raves. So then volleyball and rave. That's my life. So.
And now you're retired. That's your favorite line to me.
Oh, yeah,
You're
I'm retired
from
now.
both now, not just volleyball, but raving too a little bit.
No, I'm 100% retired.
That's okay. We'll still go
But
sometimes.
sometimes.
We'll still go sometimes.
But yeah.
When we're getting the itch, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 100%.
But yeah, that's
Okay.
So now I'm retired. I'm just at home doing nothing. Well, no,
No,
not
not
really.
nothing. Not
but
nothing.
I feel like I'm doing nothing, but I'm actually doing something.
I've been pressed her to really put an article about her entire reselling business. You know, her goal since starting over the summertime has been to make 10 grand, and you're already at 8, and we still got a couple more months to go. And I mean, this is crazy. This girl's been making money out of literally
Well,
thin
he
air.
did not believe me at
Yeah,
first.
I didn't.
You know how terrible he was? He said, why you bring, who's gonna buy all these trash? You're just collecting trash. But
Right.
then look at what my trash did. Look at what my trash did.
I will say I'm surprised. I was a little bit harsh about it at first, for sure. I mean, just because the unsurmountable amount of things that we just kind of have. Erica's got a storage unit now, but again, this isn't a bad thing. The money is kind of flowing in almost on a daily basis, really, at this point. So it's not a
That's
terrible
my goal.
thing.
I try.
Yeah,
but
it's like how many listings would you say do you have up right now?
like 520 something, something like that.
So just
500.
for perspective, if you guys want to have 500 listings, there's 500 things of some sort that are somewhere between our home office and her storage unit. And a little bit in her car as well.
Oh my God, yes.
But it's definitely something that it's been keeping you happy, making you money.
I mean, keep me busy too, you
Exactly.
know? Keep me
Yeah.
happy, busy, also money.
Right.
So, of
Money.
course, why not?
Yeah, it's all
you
for
know?
a greater goal. We got to get a house next year, hopefully, if we can.
That's
the
my goal. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's our goal.
And then a raccoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another conversation we will
That's
have
real.
in a very, very soon to come podcast and article, which is that topic alone has really given me reason to learn more and more patience.
You have to be practice,
Right,
okay?
yeah,
You have to.
yeah.
One day you'll be a dad. You have
Exactly.
to practice
Mhm.
early. Anyway, so what about you? How is it like growing up in America? I would imagine to be so easy, nothing to worry about.
I mean, I'll definitely say for me,
little
me
brat.
growing up, my brother and I would grow up pretty well off. I'm not going to deny that at all. I have Italian and Filipino parents. They've both owned this business for a long time. My father started 45 years ago. My mom helped him build it over the last, 30 years, really, since my dad's passing. Now we're running it, which is so cool.
So just like what we're
But I grew up in Fort Lauderdale. I was born in Fort Lauderdale, really. And then we really bopped around a lot between South Florida and even close to Orlando as far as Winter Haven, Lakeland area, which is maybe an hour south of Orlando. It could be anywhere from, like I said, Fort Lauderdale, Coral Springs, Wellington, Boca, Boynton Beach now. And the whole reason behind that was because my father, as one of his side hustles, he would love to just buy houses, completely renovate them. We live in them for a year or two, and then just sell them outright for cash. And that
That's
made it
great.
Yeah,
I would
it's
love
sick.
to live
It's
that
sick.
life.
Yeah, no, but we gotta have
Okay.
like an extra $200K worth of cash
So we will
sitting around.
have.
Yeah, we will.
We will have
I mean,
it.
we got the business now, so it's gonna happen. I'm very excited. We got another year or so of like maintenance to do, and then it's scot free, you know. But because we moved around a lot, it definitely made our school situation very different and very, you know, tangible, I guess, in the way that we were always changing schools a lot. I was in maybe I would say 12 to 15 houses between the time I was born to growing up before moving out at college, and then between that maybe 7 or 8 different schools between elementary, middle, and high school. I went to 2 different high schools. I think that gave me a lot of personality traits as far as being very outgoing and making friends very easy, and this can be a good or bad thing, but being very people pleasing in a lot of ways.
Yeah, we're like so different. He's so
Yeah.
outgoing,
Right.
but sometimes I hate people to.
I
I
mean,
just don't want to. Yeah,
I think maybe I
talk
low-key
to
just
people.
kind of hate everybody, and I know I got to put on a face if we're not friends.
But sometimes it's too much. Why?
Yeah.
If they're not important, why even bother? You know.
Well, I've really been learning that the more and more we've been down here together,
Yeah,
don't you think?
see?
I mean, we really hang out with nobody down here in Florida. We've been down in Florida for almost a year now. We're coming up on a year next month. Yeah, it's been 11 months. We moved here last
Yeah.
November, and our change of lifestyle is crazy. And honestly, for the better, it's just because we're not partying nearly as much. I mean, I definitely do sometimes still, but you know, for the most part, I have a schedule. You know, my schedule is Monday through Friday.
Right.
You know, work, eat, a diet.
Gym.
Yeah, hit the gym,
then-
work on this Bao Bae stuff with you, and then maybe I'll go out with a couple of my boys from college and middle school that I still see here, maybe at most once, twice a week, and it's been nice. But growing up was definitely very easy for us. I will definitely say that. We always had everything we wanted. I remember so specifically.
Spoiled kids, guys.
I'm
spoiled.
not kidding, guys. You know, GameStop before all this hype that it's got from its stock and, you know, kind of going downhill before that, GameStop was huge when consoles were like the thing. Back when the first Xbox and the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 2, we would go in with giant bags of video games to trade in and just buy the whole new console. I remember my parents both went with my brother and I when the Wii. Remember the Nintendo Wii?
Yeah,
Remember when
Wii,
that came
yeah.
out? The little white thing with the little
Yeah.
with the Wii bowling and stuff, which we loved, by the way. My mom went with Armand. My dad went with me. They went to Best Buy, and then my dad and I went to Circuit City. Rest in peace. Circuit City doesn't exist anymore. It was pretty much like Best Buy's competitor
I see.
at the time, and we both waited in line to see who was going to get the Wii first. And I think Armand and my mom actually got it before we did, which saved us a couple hours of waiting around.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, my parents would just do dumb stuff like that
See,
all the
that's
time for us.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
my parents would never be like, "Oh my god, you're stupid. Why you go away in line?"
Right.
Yeah, like, oh,
I
why
know
just-
it does sound kind of weird because like as we got older, my dad was getting more and more against the whole video game thing, which both my brother and I don't play video games at all. And I mean, of course, between that whole time of us playing games, we were jocks, and I was in theater the whole time. I was always this kid who was, you know, honestly, a pretty big star on both the soccer and lacrosse teams, while also being the leads in musicals. I remember my first musical was it was called Honk. It was The Ugly Duckling. It was like a take on the story of the Ugly Duckling, and guess who was the Ugly Duckling? This guy.
you, you.
It was a fun one. And then I was also in Oliver as Dodger. If you guys don't know that, come say yourself at home. I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but yeah, no, life here was pretty great. It had a lot of ups and downs. My parents have been together for 30 years before my dad's passing, which I'm very fortunate to have. I know this day and age that's very hard to do, but that's one of my values that I know you agree with, that I have no interest in
definitely.
changing. You know,
Yes.
that ring on your finger is going to be staying there until until I
go into the box.
yeah, until I
goes
push you
into
down the
box.
stairs in your wheelchair when your knees give out, you know?
Oh my god,
So,
terrible. So now we got our origin out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
What is your plan for the podcast next?
well, like I mentioned earlier, if you guys miss it, I think the plan is to do 2 a month. I want to do 2. I think that's as much bandwidth as we can handle, really putting out 1 article a week. We're running this business. You're doing your reselling stuff. I want to have it so you and I will do 1 podcast together a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then we rotate every month, where at least in this case, for next time, I'm going to get a guest on.
Okay.
And then next month, you and I will start again. And then at the end of the month, you'll do it with somebody else.
It's gonna be so hard for me. I don't know, but I don't know.
No, but it'll be a great way, I think, for you to make a new connection, learn something. You find somebody that's good at what you want to learn, possibly, or
Okay,
or
actually, that's
right.
a great
That's what I
idea.
think would be
That's a
good.
great idea,
Yeah, and whether you're friends with them or not, really doesn't matter to me or
See,
you.
You always give me good ideas.
Yeah, but it'd just be a way for us to talk about something new, especially for you to kind of put yourself out there, and you could pick the topics that you want to talk about.
True. Yeah, that's
Right, and then so this next one for me, I'm going to be getting one of my amazing friends, Misha Mikhail Gusenov. I know you love and adore him.
The
You
best.
love and adore this
Woo!
guy. He's easily one of the best photo and video guys I've ever worked with, I've ever seen. He's been awarded and has accolades of being one of the best wedding videographers in
He's
Florida.
So good.
He's already
Amazing.
exceeded 6 figures doing this. He's been doing that, and he's only going to be doing more. I don't know how this kid works so much, but he's definitely who I want to get on next to talk about his journey, because I obviously have done a lot of photo and video work in the past, but frankly, it's not nearly as good as his. And while I don't expect to ever be on that same level, I'd love to hear about his journey and how he got so good. This guy is just so great at telling people how to look, how to act, how to be on camera, and he's so natural at it. And his workload is nuts. He just has a ton of content that he's always juggling, and he gets everything done in a nice, timely manner, which is one of the biggest things that a lot of videographers and photographers deal with as far as turnaround time. And he's always been really good about that.
On point, yeah.
So I think that's definitely the way I want to go for next time. So you all can expect that for our next podcast. Myself and Misha hanging out a couple hours. I'll probably have a drink for that next one too. That might be fun. Again, if you guys haven't yet, what should they do? Where are we going? This way?
I don't know. Which way would you like to go?
I think it's up to the right or down below. Yeah. So do the
Down
honors.
here?
Do the honors, Erica.
What should comment and subscribe and
definitely like.
And
Give us that
like.
thumbs up, 100%. And we will catch you next time on Bao Bae Live.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, guys.